Hello, this is Brian Thompson from the Home of Hope office here in Red Deer, and we got a couple of guests. We're going to have a good little chat. This is Dan Weeb from Olds Mountain View area, and Dan, it's so good to have you on here.
It's great to be here.
There you go. You look like you're frozen for a minute. I was scared. And we have Pastor George, who is our rescue coordinator in Nairobi, Kenya. Hey, Dan, how many times have you been to Nairobi in the slum, walked through the slum and the refuge or the dump there?
I've been there 3 times in my life, and I can't wait to go back again. It's not one of my favorite places in the world, but I tell you, it always changes my heart. And I call it my tune-up when I go there because it puts everything in perspective. I love the work that Pastor George is doing there. I think he's one of my modern day heroes. Yeah. The work that he does for the people that are in those slums, and I am so proud and thankful to be a part of this organization called Home of Hope and the Dream Center in Nairobi.
You know, Canadians can't understand how there's 700,000 people living in pig pen, manure running down, the sewer running down the streets, and living in the shanties that, I had a farmer once, Dan, that said, I don't even know a Canadian farmer that puts animals in such terrible buildings.
Yeah.
All these people are there. And George, you risk your life, literally, go in there and rescue people. And sure you want to say thanks to the people and Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. The year 2020 has been one of starting slow, but we thank God that we are approaching the end of the year. Good to connect with my friend Dan Webb and Pastor Brian. You guys are amazing people, and every other friends that have been to Nairobi, Kariobangi, and gone through the slum. You guys are just amazing. God bless you. We just want to pray and wish you well, and even everyone that has given towards the rescue of babies, the rescue of families that are being that are facing a lot of challenges in the slum and being empowered to live a better life. You guys are just amazing, and we wish you well. We keep on praying for you that may God bless you every time, even as you do that which you do to help families.
No. Hey, Dan, what's one of your stories of helping some of those people that live in that condition and been being there so many times?
I think it was the second time I went, and I was with my son Luke, my second oldest, and we went to a place on one of those little huts. I don't even think you can call it a hut, but there was some mud and some tin and some boards put together for a home. And this really touched us because this young girl was 19 years old, and she was pregnant with her 4th child. And she had her first child when she was 12 years old. She grew up in the slums, and it broke our hearts. And so we couldn't, like that day we didn't do anything, but I couldn't sleep that night. I was like, Pastor George, we got to do something for this lady. We got to rescue her out of there. And what would it cost us if we could, get her into a place that is safe, secure, where she can take care of her children and she can get, health care and food for herself and be able to change the course of her life. And I can't remember how much it was, but I think it was around $400. And so we rescued her and her 4 children out of that slum and gave them hope for a future. And I tell you, I still think of that young girl because
19 years old.
My daughter's 20.
Yeah.
And she had no protection. She didn't have a father or mother who took care of her. And you can only imagine what she's gone through in her life to survive. Through being abused as a young child, to being prostituted to survive, and then having children and trying to take care of them. And she is no different than any one of us. She has hope. She has dreams for her life. She cares about her children, and she wants to survive as much as any one of us. And I think, those are heroic acts that George and the team do every day.
Yeah.
And there's so many children that have been rescued and so many people's lives have been changed through the Dream Center and through Home of Hope. So I'm honored to be a small part of it. And I'm just so proud of the work you guys do. And Pastor Brian, you're one of my heroes as well, as you know, and Pastor George and so many of the team there. Beatrice, Rachel, Samuel, Diana and Daniel, and so many people there, and who take such good care of those kids, and to see the transformation of those children from the time they get rescued to the time they've been around a good environment for a year or two. And these children are just beautiful, and they're happy, and they're healthy, and they're so well cared for and so well loved by the people there. And you know, this is world-changing stuff that we're doing through Home of Hope. And again, I just so honored to be a part of it.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Dan. Tearing up here too. Just so many teenage girls that they don't even have a lock on their door. Just this little, it's like a large dog house with holes in the roof, and they're just constantly living in the fear of rape, hundreds of thousands of them. And we've been helping, this is our 10th anniversary this month. I wish we were able to go over to Kenya and celebrate 10 years. And we've been helping hundreds of people like that girl. But now we have a vision to help thousands. And George, you found a wonderful piece of land that's about 90 feet by 90 feet, close to a new hospital. And it's still only about 10 minutes away from the slum.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been raising money.
And
you raised $800 this last week, trying to get these local rescued people to give something towards this. What do you got to say?
yeah, it's just amazing as we celebrate 10-year anniversary. We feel God is leading us to the next level, and the next level of rescuing so many of these families that Dan, we were just talking about, empowering their life, and also the babies that are being thrown. And so getting a piece of land and building it as a rescue center where people are being empowered is the next goal. And we can do it by owning the land. And so the piece that we got is a 90 by 90. Tomorrow, we are looking forward to meet with the lawyer. We have an appointment and getting to know the way forward of signing the title. And so the land cost 248,000 Canadian, but we thank God that it has been raised, and around 88 is supposed to be raised towards the end of the year. But 43, that is 43,000 is what we need by end of February. And so by joining with us this particular time, we are able to ensure that we cover this out, and through your help, through people's help, friends like you, friends that are watching us live, are able to realize this vision come true. And have to celebrate a 10-year anniversary with a gift of love, a gift of compassion, and growing together. Yeah.
Just to clarify, we only need $43,000 more.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a sponsor that will match every dollar. Some people could give $25, say that's all I can do, or $50. Your $50 could be matched. And if you have the means to do more before the end of the year, tax deductible receipts are so good. People call our office and say, what's the present need? What can I give towards? And you have 9 days left. This is the number one thing on our schedule, because we want to buy this land. And then on the land, we're intending to build 4 different levels. The first level we'll have stores that we can rent out and make an income. And on the 4th floor, we can be training hundreds of women. Like Dan was saying, a lot of those young girls don't even know how to read and write. They've had no school. We can be teaching them. We can teach them business. We've had many business people like Dan go over and help teach common sense of how to start a little business, and microloans and microloan co-ops, and as well as gang members, and teaching them, George, they're going to be teaching woodworking and welding and different things on that 4th floor. And it's such a great project, moving from helping hundreds to helping thousands. And thank you, Dan, for all that you've done and your endorsement here. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we close off? And we just honor everybody that's been part of this whole project, especially the last 10 years.
Well, an investment into this part of Africa will reap benefits well beyond our lifetimes, I believe. And the vision that you have for this building and this training center and this self-sustaining building that has revenue coming in from commercial rents.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was a vision that I had when I left that place that day. And when I shared that with Hillary, my new daughter-in-law, she actually had the same vision. And
You love
it was
home so much, your daughter, you took her as a daughter.
so we're so thankful for her, and we love her, and she is just a blessing to our family, and we're grateful. But anyway, that vision for what you're doing is what I had when I left that year. That's about 4 or 5 years ago now. And, you know, I really believe it is you know, a very important part of the future of many, many lives being changed. And, you know, I'm excited to be a part of it, and to be a sponsor of it, and to help with a small part of that. And obviously any project like this takes many, many people's involvement and many, many dollars of investment, but the return on investment is eternal. The people's lives that are being changed will be eternal, and it's such a worthy cause, and I'm just so proud to be a part of it. So thank you, George, and thank you, Pastor Brian, and wish you all the best as you continue to work towards helping more people.
You know, any questions you have or any comments on please ask them, and we're willing to ask any question at all. God bless you, George. Thanks for all that you're doing.
Thank you so much, Pastor Brian. Thank you so much, my friend Danweeb. Wish you all the best. Merry Christmas together with your wonderful family.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, George and Janet, and your whole family.
Bye.